It's not true. I've come up with tons of products that have never been done for first world countries. Also, there are so many products that have been patented that have never been brought to market. You can actually go through old patents and just find products that you think could sell and then just start making them. That's something I wanted to try. You're absolutely wrong, Fusky, I'm telling you. You have to find products that are no longer being actively made. Like, somebody had the corner on that market, they died, or they just couldn't afford to keep going, or they had to get a real job. There's so many products that you can, like, recover from non-existence or come up with your own novel products, which is something I've done. Like, I have like 50, actually I have like 180 products that I came up with that did not exist that I sell. But that's a big reason why I look through patents. I look through them because I see things that just don't exist, but they're in the patent system. For example, I saw this super cool horse saddle that had springs in the saddle, so you could have a smooth ride. You're not bouncing around, it's easier on your back. I was like, why doesn't that exist? Why do people use hard leather saddles when that invention exists? Well, that invention came out in like 1895, and nobody knows about it. Like, people don't read through the old patents. And that guy might have been really successful in his state or in a couple states, but they didn't have the internet back then. It had no chance to really take off. And so, between people not knowing about old patents and then the product never really coming to mainstream popularity and surviving the test of 100 years, it just disappeared from the map. I could manufacture that product and bring it back and sell it to people who still ride horses, and they do. Like, my mom has horses, and she rides them. It wouldn't be a big market. It'd just be horseback riders who have bad backs, maybe, or whatever. It's kind of like a niche, but niches are okay, because you can really corner a niche and not have to worry about so much about competitions from major companies who just go for mainstream market products. So you can pretty much be the only person selling that item if you're in a tight niche. You don't have to worry about people undercutting and price gouging, and then you just can't make a living. So if you go niche enough, you can really make some great money. And you can also like make custom things, like for cosplayers and stuff, like custom accessories to certain types of outfits that are popular, or like you can hand make stuff that people want. You can find out like if you get into certain communities. And then you can mass manufacture stuff, like either through a factory you can have it made, or you can make machines to make it. Or you can hire employees yourself and make it in your basement with a bunch of employees helping you. Or you could just make it all yourself by hand, which, you know, is not a bad way to start until you start getting so much demand you're having a hard time keeping up, and then you have to figure out the next move to make it more streamlined and free up your time more to focus more on advertising and overall business development. That's kind of where I'm at with a lot of my products, where I sell so much I can barely handle keeping up with the demand myself, and it's kind of sucking up all of my time. But the money's great. And that's why I think it's really cool if you can make your own machines, or pay to have the machine made. But I say make your own machine that can manufacture the products you need to manufacture. That's why I'm building a robot army. That's why I'm building various other industrial machinery. so that I can save money and produce products myself. I don't really want to work with factories or employees. I've tried both. Believe it or not, I've worked with multiple factories and I've worked with employees. I've had paid employees and I've contracted out work in order to manufacture products that I sell online. I've gone all those directions and I've had a mountain of problems with each one. And in my experience, the very best way to do it is to do it yourself. And the next evolution of doing everything myself is to build machines that can do it under my supervision. And I'm so excited about that evolution. Also, there's successful companies that fail because of poor management that you could bring back. Just by watching Shark Tank or Dragon's Den, you can learn of successful companies or products that the inventor, you can look it up online, like they never followed through with it or the company closed down. You can bring that back and start your own website and sell what they were selling because you can already see like that was a good idea and it should have worked and they just didn't manage it right. So there's so many opportunities, guys. I completely disagree with you, Fluoride. I think that mass markets are much better, and I think that delivery direct to your door kind of brings back that old school style. So like you can be a meat person and sell meat on eBay or on your own meat site. So it's actually coming full circle back thanks to online delivery systems where the small mom and pop can survive again and the big monopoly stores are having to close down. So the internet actually is like a rebirth of the mom and pop. But I think that having a store that has everything is nice because if I ever do have to leave my house, I don't feel like going to a specialty store. I want to find everything in one place. It saves time. It's more efficient and it's way cheaper because of economies of scale. I'd rather pay a minimum price. I'm all about that. So I think it's a much better system. It's more convenient and cheaper. Everybody else needs to adapt. Customers first. You think mom and pop should survive when the customer has to pay more and is inconvenienced by them? No. They need to go find another way to do it. And that actually exists. They can create their mini stores online.